Summer is really about to explode. Matt Damon and Emily Blunt are teaming up for Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer.
I don't know if we can be trusted with such a weapon.
It's the true story about the man played by Cillian Murphy who spearheaded the development of the atomic bomb. They talked to Tommy DiDario about it.
Because this is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of the world.
And while Matt and Emily are big screen co-stars, they are off-screen friends.
You've been friends for a while, even neighbors. What makes each other a good friend? No pressure, no pressure.
What makes me such a good friend, man?
Oh my God.
No, I'll like bring up just like some chips and dips. Sometimes whenever you have some chips and dips,
You'll
I'm right
show
there.
up with chips and dips.
Right? Good at a Super Bowl party.
I keep your tequila, your type of tequila that
yes,
that you guys like.
Yeah, all of the above. No, I think it's really important to me to have friends who I can lean on, who understand the business in every way and understand the predicaments or compromises that you might be in, and I lean on Matt. John and I both do, and it's the best. It's like a secret language you get to have with each other, and the fact that I get to have it with him in his slippers is even more cozy. It's the best.
Yeah, and it goes a two-way street, like where I'm always bouncing ideas off them too. You know, I respect them both enormously, and so it's like, you know, it's nice to be able to just take the elevator down to their apartment and
Do you know what
run
else
ideas
makes me
by
such a
them.
good friend? I'm going to fix your eyebrow.
Oh, that's a good friend.
That's a good friend.
There's
There
no
you go.
fixing my eyebrow. I don't know. I hit
There was
50
one
and they
dangly
started
one.
just
It was
going
just
like
sort of-
everywhere. Like,
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, very expressive brows now at 50.
Are we saying there's a chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
You played General Groves, who was the director, right, of the Manhattan Project. Were you familiar with him prior?
No, not really. It was really interesting because there was such tension between the military and the scientists, because the military is obsessed with compartmentalization and need to know, and all the scientists take the entirely kind of opposite approach, which is like share as much
Theoretical.
information. And yeah, like,
Yeah.
what do you know? Let's build on each other's work and knowledge. And so there was this kind of constant tension that was really interesting to kind of learn about and then play.
That's happening, isn't it?
You play Oppenheimer's wife, Kitty. She is fiery, feisty. Not what you think of when you think of a 1950s housewife, right?
She just was a non-conformist, and like he's her fourth husband when she's 29 when they meet, and that sort of speaks to the wildness in her. And she was pretty uncompromising about how she wanted to live her life, but once they were in Los Alamos and the isolation and loneliness of that, you know, however much they were each other's confidants, it would inevitably lead to the decay of this woman who was probably meant for more intellectual endeavors than having kids.
This is a national emergency.
Oppenheimer obviously created the atomic bomb. If there's something you guys could create or invent, what would it be?
The atomic bomb blocker.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to have. I answered already. So
No, don't. Come
now
on.
it's
Come
all
on.
on
Yours
you.
was
Waiting for
like
it.
deep.
You,
I was
Emily.
about to
Come
try
on.
to do a play on slippers, and I can't think of anything now. Now that you've kind of like dropped the mic.
If there is someone you want to have an inspiring, brilliant conversation with, who do you turn to?
I would love to have an inspiring conversation with Jon Stewart. I would love to talk to Jon
wow.
Stewart
That's
for
a
a
good call.
month
That is
solid.
a good one.
yeah.
Like not sleeping, just a month solid of
Just
talking
talking.
to him.
It might get weird after a couple weeks.
He'll be fine. He can do anything.
I'm gonna be a little lame and I'll say Ben Affleck. He's one of my favorite people to talk to.
Cringe.
He's a conversational prize fighter.
That's
What
true.
can I
He
say?
could be a professional dinner guest. That's how
He could.
entertaining
yeah.
and
He's
smart he is.
Very funny.
And bouncing off that, Air was phenomenal. I
Oh,
loved
thanks.
the
Thank you.
movie. You guys are always creating great stuff. How
Thank you.
exciting was it for you to be a part of that? And what do you have cooking up next?
We've got some great scripts. We actually just made a movie that we finished a couple months ago that Cillian's in. It's called Small Things Like These. It's a phenomenal, beautiful movie. And again, another great performance from Cillian. So we're excited about that. That'll come out next year.
And you're making some press lately.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada, one of my favorite movies. It's
Yes.
classic. And you said Meryl Streep was a bit terrifying on
Well,
set.
I don't know
need
if
some
that's
more.
new information.
What
I
do
mean,
you
I
mean
feel
by
like,
that?
is that new information?
I don't know if we imagined her on set terrifying. We know her
No,
character's
but I-
No,
terrifying.
not personally terrifying.
personally
It's just
terrifying, but
Well, was she a
character.
character
intimidating as
off set? Like, what do you mean?
Kind of, but sort of in a midway point. She is not terrifying as a person. She's the character was, and she sort of was in this mode, you know, of that character, and it wasn't like you couldn't approach her. But I think we were all having a party on the other side of the set, and I think she would have liked to have been a part of it. But similar to what Cillian did in this movie, she was so focused, she was
Yeah.
so immersed, and she removed herself from, you know, the antics on
Right,
set, which I
right.
think Cillian had to do because
Cillian
he
had
had
to do.
such a monumental undertaking,
Oh.
and he could only eat like an almond
Yeah.
every day.
And there was
'cause
just
he was
so
so
much-
emaciated.
The sheer volume of
Yeah,
work that
yeah.
he had,
So
and the
vast.
level of detail that Chris demands, like it's there was always something for him to be thinking about. There was something coming down the pike that he needed to.
Be ahead of.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And last question, what do you hope people walk away with after they see this movie?
I want them to talk. I want them to talk and talk and talk at great length about the themes and their confliction about the themes, and I think that's what I want more than anything.
I agree. That's a great answer. I think that's right. I think it's a movie that is so beautifully detailed, and there's so much going on that there's no end to what you can talk about. And I mean, it's an incredibly ambitious.
Heart-pounding
Yeah,
movie. It really is.
it really is. You know, the biggest director working on the biggest ideas.
Let's go recruit some scientists.
Oppenheimer hits theaters July 21st.